Quick, Uncle Steve!
What's the matter, Jimmy? The lion got you?
Oh, no, Uncle Steve. You should have seen that lion with his mouth open. He roared and roared. Oh, and look at this one, Uncle Steve. Wow, what a monster.
A tiger. Let's see what it says on the front of his cage. Malayan tiger. Oh, there you are, young fella, me lad. A real live Malayan tiger.
Wow, isn't he beaut? Up and down all the time. Oh, he's angry, Uncle Steve. Going fast up and down his cage all the time. Why does he do that, Uncle Steve?
Well, how'd you like to be in a cage, Jimmy?
Oh, gee. I'd like to see him in the jungle. You like the jungle, don't you?
You're a little young to be joking, Jimmy.
I remember Mummy told me you were in the jungle, Uncle Steve. Weren't you?
Yeah?
Where? Where was it?
Malaya.
Oh, gee, mighty. Ever see any tigers there, Uncle Steve?
No.
Did you try?
Did we ever? For a different sort of tiger, though, Jimmy.
Wow. What kind of tiger, Uncle Steve?
Human.
Human? Well, that's a man, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Human tigers. CTs, we called them. They were as cunning as tigers, knew the jungle like tigers, and as hard to trap as tigers. They were savages, Jimmy. Outcasts. They prowled outside the villages, killing at any time.
CTs?
Yeah, that's right. CTs. Communist terrorists. Yeah, you come across here and sit down for a minute. Yeah, this is the place. Wonderful place, this Taronga Park Zoo. Now, you look down there, Jimmy, and you tell me what you see.
There? Oh, lots of trees. Tall trees. Palms and vines. And just through them, I can see Sydney Harbour.
Well, that's something like the jungle we used to hunt in for those communists in Malaya. Except there was no cool harbour there. Only jungle and heat, young fella. Jungle and heat.
Citation. Presenting authentic stories of heroism and gallantry taken from the histories of war. The story of Lieutenant Anthony Campbell of 2nd Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment.
But it's hot today, Uncle Steve. Look at the harbour glittering.
Oh, not hot like it is in Malaya, Jimmy. Up there, those jungle palms grow taller, and vines cover them so they're a green wall. And inside the jungle, well, the air is still, and you're wet with sweat. And you can smell all the rotting wood and foliage, a smell of decay. And you listen all the time, Jimmy. You listen for any sound that might betray a communist terrorist. Monkeys.
We're after something bigger than monkeys, Sergeant.
You reckon we'll find them today, sir?
Yes, I do, Sergeant. I've got the feeling.
And I've got a touch of prickly heat, sir. Yeah, I'd like to be back in Sydney right now. Oh, a nice, cool June day. Sir, Lieutenant Campbell, sir.
I heard it, Sergeant. Listen. I knew it. I knew it. I knew we'd strike him today. That was no animal, Sergeant. That was one or more communist terrorists.
Wow, Uncle Steve. You were there too?
Yes, Jimmy. It was a June day in 1956. And 2 of our sections and a platoon headquarters from our 2nd Battalion had gone through a rubber plantation and into the jungle edge. We were sure that day we'd capture or kill some communists.
How were you sure, Uncle Steve?
Well, we're always hoping. But that day, we'd had a report from natives that communist terrorists had been seen in the jungle near this place.
Did you have guns?
Oh, sure, son. Bren guns, rifles, hand grenades. Well, we were on our toes, and our leader, Lieutenant Anthony Campbell, well, he was keen, real keen.
Did you catch him, Uncle Steve?
Hey, hold on now, Jimmy. Hey, they were tricky, those communists. Knew the jungle like you know your backyard at home. So, Lieutenant Campbell spread all our men out. About 5 yards between each of us in the first section. We moved through the jungle, giving hand signs towards where we'd heard that noise. Yes, Jimmy, those communists had set a trap for us in the jungle. One of our forward men had walked onto a landmine and had exploded amongst us. Then the communists opened fire and pinned us down.
Gee!
Then Lieutenant Campbell came to our rescue. He crawled towards the communists from a flank position and he saw them. But they spotted him and they fired at him. But he crawled back under fire.
Made it. Right, men. Oh, thanks for covering fire. I saw them and they saw me. Oh, wait till I get my breath. Now, look. I want 2 volunteers.
Sir?
Thanks, Sergeant. Thanks, fella. Okay. Now, this is what we're going to do. We move up on that flank, and our aim is to draw the crabs off that section of ours the CTs are pinned down. So we'll create a diversion. Close enough. You see their positions now, men? Okay. On the signal. Grenades. Hold it now. Steady. Steady. Okay. Give it to him! So far, so good. I've shifted them anyhow. Taken off into the jungle. Yeah, they had themselves well dug in here, too. Trenches. A good system of jungle warning. Empty tins on vines. Tripwires. Yeah, their usual form. Hit and run.
And what now, sir?
We go after them, of course.
Jimmy, he was a good soldier. First of all, he had a look at our wounded, made sure our headquarters knew by radio what was going on. Then he went off on his own into the jungle after the communists.
On his own?
Yeah, on his own.
Wow.
Then he came back and he told us he'd traced the communists to a river. And they'd gone in a hurry, dropping equipment as they pushed through the jungle. So he came back and called on his 2 volunteers again. And he said,
"We'll go across the river after them. I'll go first. You fellas give me cover, then come after me."
So far, so good. I wonder how many communists are across there watching. He's made it. Yep, my turn now.
Good, Sergeant. It's kind of eerie, isn't it? It could be watching us. But I don't think so. I think they're on the run. Shh. What do you make of that?
Digging, sir. Someone digging.
Who else but communists in this neck of the woods?
Trenches.
All laying landmines.
Yeah, they didn't expect us to be on their hammer so quick, sir.
That may be true too, Sergeant. Okay, let's go after them. But quietly. stopped. They might suspect something. No. You're right. Now, this is what we do. The three of us separate here. You two go around that way. I'll go up to them from this flank. We'll creep up within throwing distance, and I'll throw the first grenades. You others throw from the other flank. I've got a feeling this is going to be a bad day for the communists.
Gee, Uncle Steve.
Yeah, it was creepy, all right, young lad. Those communists expected us to follow them, but not that quickly. So they were preparing for our assault. They were digging trenches.
But there would be more of them than just 3 Australians.
That's right, Jimmy, plenty more. But in that kind of jungle fighting, surprise is the great advantage. And this time, we turned the tables. This time, we had the advantage of surprise.
Wow. Did you get close enough to throw those hand grenades?
Well, like I was telling you, Lieutenant Campbell told us to go one side while he went the other. Then, when he was close enough, he was to throw his grenades and we were to throw ours.
Now!
And you got them.
Yeah, we made a mess of a few of them, Jimmy. And Lieutenant Campbell, well, they awarded him the Military Cross.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you got to be brave to win an MC in any war. In Malaya, you had to be extra smart as well as brave. Yeah, you had to be good to outwit the cunning Malayan communist tiger in his own jungle.
Citation. These stories are authentic. The program is recorded by Amalgamated Wireless Australasia Limited for Army Public Relations and produced by Donald Crosby.